Well, welcome back to the Tasmanian Hockey Centre for the second live stream match of the Mercury Saturday hockey live streams. It is the Premier League women's match as Grace Calvert in attack shoots, and Cammy Vaughan in the DiamondBacks net makes a save. It is round 8 of the Premier League women's competition, and it is Northwest graduates in the blue playing Diamondbacks in the maroon. Another big important match, especially at this point of the season, between two sides. Not only are they looking to play finals this year and hopefully mount a premiership challenge, but both of these sides are still in the hunt for a top 2 finish on the ladder, which makes a win here today super important for whoever gets it, because it does keep them well in touch with the current top 2. And set them up nicely for a potential top 2 finish at the end of the season. Should be an interesting contest as well. Both of these sides, not exactly contrasting styles, but they do play very differently. Diamondbacks have the strong midfield runners traditionally, and Northwest grads have a very potent forward line. So we should see an interesting battle between these sides, but they've both been in pretty good form this year as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this match is a close one. At the moment, it's the Bulldogs had the slightly better of the play in the opening minute or so. A long ball falls in favour of Emily Donovan, but actually she does win it back. Now she's immediately attacking towards the circle. Goes back to Bridley instead. Entry not kept in by Smith. Emily Donovan under a bit of an injury cloud with a hamstring complaint, I believe. Looks like she's passed her pre-match fitness test and is out there on the forward line for Diamondbacks. So could be a little bit interesting, especially just looking at how the Diamondbacks forward line has lined up. They've got Philly Bridley, striker, on the right-hand side, Donovan, striker in the middle, and Lauren Smith, no slouch herself, in the circle, lined up as striker left, although, as I say that, he makes her way into the middle and tries to make a bit of a lead. So Diamondbacks have front-loaded their forward line for the start of this match. It is Smith wide, looking for support from Sophie Krumink. And Louisa Jacobson has her work cut out for her at the moment, trying to contain the Diamondbacks strike force as it currently lines up. I do look at this Diamondbacks lineup. It is quite formidable, to be honest. They've got Maddie Clark, who's Tasmanian under-18 representative and quite a talented player from the Northwest Coast, out there as well. And they've got the luxury of having the likes of Josie Short and Cara Gill just slip into their midfield. Ash Arthur under pressure from Bridley, and Diamondbacks win it, if only briefly, because Northwest grads are straight back into attack. Ebony Alexander now down the right. Looks long. And it's a 15-metre restart. Today is an important day on the Premier League calendar. It is Pink Socks Day, which is an initiative led by the Derwent Hockey Club, and they're raising funds for breast cancer research and awareness. And they've been joined by university this season. The University Hockey Club are also doing their own breast cancer fundraising. So there is 2 opportunities for you to donate if you're tuned into this live stream. I urge you just to go and have a look at those options. You can find links to where you can donate on the Premier League Hockey Facebook page, or the Derwent Facebook page, or the Tasmania University Hockey Club Facebook page. So you should be able to find those links relatively easily if you just jump onto the respective Facebook pages and consider donating to a very worthy cause, and one that has, of course, touched the Tasmanian hockey community very recently. But of course, with cancer, we all know someone who has been affected by cancer. So I strongly urge you to consider having a look at those donation options and giving if you can. There's Northwest attack down the left-hand side. Clark does the defensive work. Gets the clearance as well. It did fall nicely for Smith, but she's missed the trap. Sent it over the sideline. Now Jacobson to Brothers. Northwest going down the right-hand side. Ebony Alexander unable to make that trap from the bouncing ball. DiamondBacks will have a chance to reload and bring it out of their defence. It's been a big day so far for the DiamondBacks. Their men's Premier League side just had a very rousing 4-0 win over Northwest Graduates earlier on today. And so DiamondBacks will be looking to do the double, as we say, against Northwest Grads with this match. Got a challenge on their hands though. These two sides are pretty evenly matched, you would say. As Sophie Kruming does the defensive work to prevent the run of Emma Fenner. We'll just be interested to see how this match plays out. It is a little bit hard to predict it just at the moment. Both these sides have match winners and all-stars out on the park. Both got good goalkeepers as well, so you wouldn't expect there to be too many clear-cut opportunities, and even the best chances potentially be saved by the goalkeepers. So this one could really just go down to moments, 1%ers, those type of things. It could take a little bit of spark of genius and a moment of brilliance to break these two teams apart. At the moment, it's a little bit of a slow-paced affair as these two sides just really cautiously probing each other, just testing out for any weaknesses. Nothing really clear-cut has presented itself. And so, as I said, it's just a little bit hard to just tease out any sort of early patterns in this match. In fact, this one, wouldn't be surprised if it is a battle not necessarily played out on the pitch between the players, but played on the sideline between the coaches, because both Coach Josh Mardell for Northwest Graduates and Coach Rowan Gridley for DiamondBacks, clever tacticians, not afraid to make some big tactical changes to try and get an advantage. So we already saw Gridley top load his attacking line, and as we speak it is still Gridley, Smith and Donovan playing striker as Smith puts Brothers under pressure. So clearly Coach Ryan Gridley thinks that he's got an opportunity to get a goal with those three working in tandem up in attack. Nothing too out of the ordinary for Northwest grads. Ash Arthur is the one who's just sitting deep in midfield, really. The option, of course, is to have her go forward. She's a deadly striker up in the circle. Sometimes you think she's a little bit wasted playing so deep in the midfield, but she is so good in that position as well. And of course, they get so much out of her, whether she's playing deep in deep in midfield or playing up in attack. But really, coach can afford to play her wherever he likes because she's going to have an impact on the game. And of course, when you've got someone like Grace Calvert or Josie Croden running through your inside channels or even up on the strike line, well, you probably can afford to play someone like Ash Arthur deep in the midfield and feed off her excellent passing ability. It is Calvert who's found a little bit of an opening. Croden takes a swing out of mid-air. The ball rolls over the goal line, really, and it might have been Croden who got the final touch. I'm not entirely sure who got the goal in the end. There was a little bit of a scramble on the goal line, but it was set up a good run from Pascoe. Good attack down the right hand side, and Grace Calvert showed her skill as she does now, getting into the circle, and on her reverse puts it in. It's I was going to say it's a second goal, but it's not. Umpires just pulled that one up, so Northwest grads with the 1-0 lead already, and they were hunting for a second one immediately after the first. This just might force the game to change a little bit. Again, I don't know who got the final touch on that goal. It might have been Croden, or it might have been Ash Arthur who had snuck forward to be part of that goalmouth scramble. That's something that we'll have to confirm with the match officials later on. But good early signs for Northwest graduates in this match. Their first really good attacking run forward, and they're able to create a goal, even if it was a little bit scrambled. And once they go over the line, they all count. So a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. And I dare say that will change the way this match unfolds over the next 15 to 20 minutes.
Someone figured out how many megapixels there are.
Chloe Cooper, long ball out of defence. Gains a little bit of meterage, and they'll have it on the half line on the left hand side instead. Decides not to reset it back to Jacobson deep in defence and go up the line instead, and again gains an extra 20, 23 metres or so, and now they're up over the, or on their 23, looking at another attacking run. Arthur, ambitious ball cross field, looking for the overlap from Brothers, but it's just out of her reach. DiamondBacks want to move it quickly. Nicole Jeeves has found herself up in an advanced position. She and Donovan both missed the trap. I think they both knew that the siren was about to sound for the end of the first quarter, because that is the end of the first quarter. It is 1-0 to Northwest graduates. You are, of course, tuned in to the Mercury live stream of Premier League hockey. It's round 8. The women's competition here. It's Northwest graduates versus Diamondbacks. We've had one quarter. It's 1-0 to the Bulldogs. It was a scrambled goal, and I don't know who got the final touch at the moment. Sorry. But we do know that Northwest Graduates have the goal, and they've got a lead. And we can see already that Coach Rowan Bridley has decided to make a change to the way he started. Phillida Bridley has gone back into that central midfield position. She had, of course, started up as part of the strike force to start the game. Coach Bridley, I think, looking to try and squeeze out a little bit of attacking advantage, but it's Northwest who got the opening goal, and now he's decided to put Philly Bridley, who was the 2020 All-Star Player of the Year, back into her, or the position that she has found herself playing more and more of, which is that midfield role over the last couple of years. I think she's basically cemented herself as one of the best players in the competition in that position, and she'll probably be putting her hand up to play that role for the Tassie Tigers in Hockey 1 come October. But it's again Northwest who find themselves in their attacking half. Entry along the baseline. It's Giselle Fernandez doing the defensive work and just knocking that over the line. Good work from Cooper, attacking down the right. Now into the circle. Under some pretty close defensive attention, and it's just umpire just not exactly sure what the umpire was signaling, but it looks like it's a 15 restart for DiamondBacks. Only as far as Cooper once again. Looks for Scud in the midfield. Bridley comes through, brilliantly pirouettes, spins away out of trouble, wins a free hit. Would want to get this moving quickly. Overhead does to the run of Donovan. That'll test her hamstring. Bridley gets it back. This time Brothers with it. Falls to Donovan. She wants to go into the circle now. She has got past the defenders. Puts a little shot on. And Casey Ponting in the Northwest net defends it, and Bridley on a reverse from a wide position fires in a shot, but that's wide too. Good couple of seconds there for Diamondbacks, a couple of moments through on goal. No result for them, but good signs. Bridley once again on the ball now. Uses Smith down the line, again a test for Donovan's hamstring, and she doesn't seem too keen to do any short, sharp sprints for those balls just yet, which I don't blame her at all. It was an ambitious pass at the best of times, and a 50-50 opportunity for Donovan even at full health. And best not to risk it too much, but once again they're in attack. Smith to Bridley centrally, looks for the entry. What did that come off? Northwest stick, was that just outside the 23 or just inside? Outside, says the umpire, I believe. And Bridley take it outside the 23, but will be able to go directly into the circle if she desires, which she does. Another great interception from Jacobson. Attempting to run it out is Calvert. She's turned over by Krumink. And now Bridley wants to go down the left, kept in by Krumink, but the umpire's whistle goes. Extended period of pressure there from Diamondbacks on the Northwest defence. Cooper goes to Calvert. Calvert tries to clear on her reverse. It's gang tackled by Gill and Krumink. Wins a free hit in the midfield. Arthur wants to go overhead. She does. Falls nicely for Lucy Alexander too, but it's a free hit to Diamondbacks. This is Jeeves. She goes overhead now. Looking for Cremink wide. It falls to Smith instead. Over the sideline. We'll reset once more. Good run from Lucy Alexander, attempting to attack along the right-hand baseline, and now Diamondbacks have a task in front of them to try and get that out of defence. Little head clash there between Cooper and Smith, and they both brush it off. Cooper with a long ball into the circle, dangerous. Doesn't fall in favour of anyone. Jeeves straight up the middle, looking to get into attack as fast as possible. Again, looks long. Ball does fall for Bidley. She's got wide support from Short. Short sends it down the line. Too much on that one. It's over the baseline. Challenge is on for Diamondbacks to try and find a way to connect with their front line. It's the one thing that's been missing so far in their play is Cara Gill has gone down. She gets up pretty quickly. I thought for a moment there I thought she might have done something serious. It was a skied clearance from the Northwest defender that caused Gill to take immediate evasive action. I thought she might have just landed on her wrist or finger awkwardly as she fell, but she's straight back up and straight back into the action. Arthur intercepting in front of Gill though. Now Calvert puts on the afterburners and has a bit of space in front of her now. She's got passes on two, uses Fenner. Fenner in a good position. Out comes Cammy Vaughan with the save. Sliding. Takes the run of Fenner. Gives her no option to get a shot. Great goalkeeping there from Camilla Vaughan. As we spoke about, Vaughan last week was picked in the Australian Futures squad for the under-18s. That is the squad of players that have been earmarked as potential future Olympians. Players for the Hockeyroos and the Kookaburras. So congratulations once again to Cammy Vaughan on being selected for that group. Well deserved as well. She had a fantastic under-18s national championship in Launceston last month, and she's having a brilliant season of the Premier League for Diamondbacks. Grads once again into the circle. Once again it's Lucy Alexander on the ground. But Diamondbacks clear the danger. Ridley doing the defensive work. That is Gill over the ball. Good pass to her sister Emily Donovan. Donovan does find a little bit of speed to get past Jacobson, but Jacobson does well to track back. Donovan beats her though, and is into the circle. Wanted to feed it back. Unsuccessfully. Northwest clear the danger once again. Donovan looking dangerous the last couple of minutes though. Ebony Alexander. Back to Brothers, now all the way back to Louisa Jacobson. But it's coming back the way it came from now, Brothers. Keeps walking it up. Not too many options presenting themselves, so he's forced to just keep advancing. Now puts in the pass. Touch from Crawford. And the ball falls back to Pascoe, and she recycles back to Jacobson. Jacobson now looks long. It is a good ball, but Lucy Alexander misses the trap, and she remonstrates with herself. Not happy with missing that opportunity. So if she had brought that down, she would have been through on goal. Jeeves has it deep, but Northwest have a high striker in Crowden trying to intercept that transfer. Diamondbacks do get it out the other side, but under heavy pressure and scrutiny. Northwest win the turnover, win possession. Now through the inside channel through Lucy Scutt. Crowden into the circle, shoots on a reverse, good save by Vaughan, falls back for Scutt. She fires in a shot. The ball once again rejected out of the Diamondbacks circle. So to say that currently Northwest graduates in the blue enjoying the run of play, run of possession as Crowden now on an attacking run. Fenner to her right, Calvert to her left. Wants to go straight through Jeeves, and that was unwise because of all the players you would think you'd be able to beat in the Women's Premier League, Jeeves would be top of the list of players that you couldn't. Possibly the most experienced defender out on the pitch. Tassie Tigers representative, a record games holder. Northwest have created another opportunity, and Ebony Alexander squeezes her shot wide. And just a little look of embarrassment as well as that one. She had all the time in the world to line that shot up, and she sprayed it wide. Dangerous ball from Crawford. Vaughan does well to prevent that one from ending in disaster. Now Donovan collects it deep. Diamondbacks looking to get a run out on the left-hand side, but it's Brothers intercepting, and she comes flying back down that right-hand side. Moves it quickly, long ball down the line once again, looking for Calvert this time. It's just out of her reach. And that ball's ricocheted to Crowden. Cuts one way, then the next, and now goes directly into the circle. Again, scramble on in front of the keeper. I think it was Calvert with the last touch, and puts that one wide. Diamondbacks having to try and survive some sustained pressure on their defence now, and Northwest grads, their press has been able to create turnovers. Smith attempting to attack down the right. And it comes straight back out again. Arthur now in the midfield. Uses Scud on the left. She's turned over by Donovan. Donovan looking for the pass. Can't pick it out. And the siren sounds for the end of the first half. Coach Josh Mardell almost blew his lid. One of the umpiring decisions just a couple of seconds ago. And now he's had to calm down and quickly get his girls, I should say, not the final quarter. Second half about to get underway. It is underway. Northwest Grads have a 1-0 lead. It is a slender lead, but the longer this match has gone on, the more comfortable they've looked and in control. Diamondbacks straight into attack with Gridley. Gill out on the right. Cara Gill does well into the circle, puts it to the mouth of the goals, but Casey Ponting comes out and gives it a big boot back over the sideline. Fernandez over the top for the 23 restart. Goes centrally, looking for the big entry. No one there to meet it. Again, interesting way that Diamondbacks have lined up. Nicole Jeeves has now pushed very high. Looks like she's playing in the midfield, but she is in a very advanced position and happy to attack, which suggests that she doesn't have too many defensive duties. But Crowden has found her out the back of the Diamondbacks defence, and an important glove save from Cammy Vaughan at the last second because Crowden was through on goal. That long ball just spilt fortuitously for her, and she doesn't need too much space at all to get a shot away, does Josie Crowden. Good save once again from Vaughan. And now Bridley overhead. That's going to fall nicely for Donovan. She's got Gill running on her right, but decides to beat the defender herself. Donovan into the circle. Can she square it up? Can she win a penalty corner? It's a penalty corner. Just trying to see what options she had for the pass. And really a good result, winning the penalty corner in the end. Comes with only one caveat though, and that is Diamondbacks have been, for a long time now, quite disappointing with their attacking penalty corner setup. They have, over the past 18 to 24 months, won a lot of penalty corners, scored from not as many. Let's see what they can do this time. It is Jeeves lined up for a direct hit. Bang, she goes! It's just wide. So, good opportunity there for Diamondbacks to square the ledger. Disappointing in the end, putting that shot wide and not testing out Casey Ponting at all. Jeeves got onto it well too. Real challenges now facing Diamondbacks. Can't imagine how many more opportunities as good as that will present themselves. This Northwest Graduates defence is quite formidable in their own right, and won't really give up too much. You see Donovan trying to assert herself on the match too, so she can end up with more possession and more opportunities. Could be dangerous, but likewise Grace Calvert attacking now. That's a good ball into the circle, loose ball on the spot. Important touch from the defender just to knock that one out of reach. Crowden. And this is Lewis now on the 23 to get us restarted. Run of Cooper. Now Arthur into the circle for Calvert, and she puts it on the defender's foot and wins a penalty corner up the other end from Northwest. So we get to see test of both of these sides' penalty corner attack one after the other. Diamondbacks at one end, put it wide. Northwest Graduates now, penalty corner opportunity at their end. What will they do from this? we know Ash Arthur has scored a number of goals from the penalty corner. She's got a good drag flick, or can go with a direct hit herself. So Grace Calvert has found herself scoring a couple from this position too. So let's see which option they choose. They go with Arthur, they go with the flick. She goes low and strikes Donovan, who was running first. Northwest try and send the ball directly straight back into the circle after the rebound flew out to the 23, but no luck. And now Cooper, Lewis, under heavy pressure from behind, from Gill. Lewis forced wide, continues, rejected. Good defence in the end from Diamondbacks. Now Scott wants the team up.
Really, they should have a massive big screen over for the audience.
Good tackle once again.
Yeah, they got a lot of money. Sports is the biggest income earner.
Loose ball is won by Bridley. It's out to Donovan. Now Calvert. Got a battle on with May. She turns May around. Now Fenner with a shot. Good save by Vaughan. Fernandez with the rebound, bringing it out of defence. Inboard to Clark. Fires it up the line and finds Gill. Gill's got Donovan high. Sorry, that's Smith. She puts it back to Donovan, and it is Emily Donovan who scores. So Cara Gill had Lauren Smith high, sent the ball out to her, and Smith has just squared it up nicely for Donovan. He's come in and finished it with a plum. So it's 1-1. Diamondbacks get reward for effort, and Emily Donovan ends up being a good choice to pull her out onto the pitch. So it was Gill, and actually I think it was Josie Short. Got that wrong 3 times now. I think it was Josie Short out on the baseline who's fed it back to Emily Donovan, who has scored. The end result is, though, it's 1-1. And Diamondbacks will be happy with that outcome because now they have plenty of time in which to press their case for a win. They've done the job, they've chased the game, they've got things back to level. But now it all starts again, and so challenge that many sides find themselves in is having expended a whole lot of energy just to get level. Can put them under increasing pressure to hold on to it. The Diamondbacks are once again into attack, and this is once again Emily Donovan on top of the circle. Ponting has to come out and clear it. Dangerous moments for Northwest graduates. That goal has just given a little bit of extra life to Diamondbacks too. And now Jeeves is up on the 23 line. Uses Fernandez on her right. Calvert stops her run. It was a free hit to Fernandez though. Fernandez puts the entry into the circle. Scramble on. The cleanest was Brothers, and she clears it out. Overhead. Beats everyone and falls for Fenner. Ange May with the final say. Stops that ball from going any further. Ebony Alexander. Wide down to Lucy Alexander. Good tackle again from May, and she's off into attack. Gill once again, who has seen a lot of it, especially in the second half. She has been very busy indeed. Advanced position for Diamondbacks inside the 23 on the right wing. May goes long, it's Jeeves. Battle on for possession is won by Ash Arthur, and she goes long, but there's no one out there. Travels over the baseline. The press is on from Northwest though. Challenge for Diamondbacks to bring it out, and they get it 15 metres up the field. Northwest get it back inside their own attacking half. Up the right hand side, a bit of lack of communication between the Diamondbacks defence, and that does give Northwest Gads a free hit. Into the circle runs Lucy Scutt. Why did that come off? Umpire gives a shrug. Play on. Clark attempts to clean it up. She has a battle with Scutt. The ball spills back to Grads, back into the circle. Difficult to see. The ball ping-ponging around back and forth. Who has the cleanest possession, but it is Northwest Grads pressing their case down that right-hand side. Again, getting it into the circle. And again, nothing clean. That'll be a frustration for coach Joshua Mardell. Into the circle it goes once again. Once again rejected by the Diamondbacks defenders. That might be young Lucy McMullen out there on the right. It is a little bit hard to see that far away. Sun shining out here too. Northwest attempting to attack down the left-hand side this time. Similar result, the Diamondbacks defence holds up, keeps them out of the circle. And Diamondbacks will have to try again with a free hit from a wide position. On the left-hand side, it's Ebony Alexander. Goes directly for the circle, carried at her 5. Crowden. The rebound falls to Donovan. She looks to attack straight away. Clark on the left. Puts it into the path of Short. Was a little bit of a race required for Short to get to that one. It's too far away from her. To attack is Northwest. So it's interesting the way this game has shaped up in the second half. We saw Diamondbacks get that goal back and it is now 1-1. Neither side really connecting with their second, third or fourth pass, which will be a concern for both coaches. You would think heading into the final break and their last chance to really change things. Game is on the line. It is evenly poised. Scores are locked, and you would suspect that next goal is going to win it. But how do you manufacture that next opportunity on goal if you're unable to be clean and you're attacking third? Grads happy to go around the back a little bit, but as soon as they go forward, shut down once again. They do have possession on the sideline inside their attacking right-hand pocket, but once again, one pass and it's broken down. So clean possession is at a premium. Arthur in the middle. Ridley just affects her pass and over the sideline it goes. Really is pass for pass at the moment. Neither side can claim the high ground just yet. The execution of some basic skills has just left them in the past 5 or 10 minutes. Clark goes on a bit of a run. This time it's Smith. Tries to turn her marker, getting back and intercepting his scut, and now Arthur deep once again. Looking to go down the right. Things are starting to get very tight indeed. Every possession is contested. There's enormous pressure on all the players. Clean possession, but also to be able to pick out a pass, not only under pressure, but to someone who is tightly marked. And it's in these type of contests that we see the best in the competition stand up. And of course those are the likes of Ash Arthur and Grace Calvert and Emily Donovan and Philly Bridley, so keep an eye on those players. See if they can't produce a moment of brilliance to break the game in favour of their team. Final siren keep saying the final siren. The siren sounds for the end of the third quarter. We do still have 15 minutes to go, and it's going to be an important 15 minutes for these sides. Final quarter underway, and it is 1-1, and I would suspect that whoever scores the next goal wins this match. Diamondbacks will get the first look at an attacking opportunity. Fernandez attempts to go down the line. Crowden uses their feet to stop that one, and Fernandez doesn't advance any further. Does have the free hit though, and again, exactly the same thing, straight into Crowden. Maybe makes 1 extra metre, but Fernandez is quickly onto attack. Her attempted circle entry is intercepted though. Northwest Crowds don't make it any further than their defensive 23 line. Diamondbacks chance to reload. Ridley can't find a way around Calvert. Her pass not exactly dangerous, but Ponting puts it straight over the baseline just to be sure. And so it's now Jeeves on the 23 for Diamondbacks. Deep supporting run comes from Crawford, but her pass cut off by Arthur, and Arthur is straight into attack. She's got runners all up the pitch, and it's Crowden who's the one who gets it, keeps it in, is around Clark, but Clark does well to track back and effect a tackle. Crowden got past her. She had players in the circle ready to receive the pass. Important defensive work. And just a brief pause in time at the moment. Goalkeeper for Diamondbacks, Cammy Vaughan, has a little bit of a problem with her helmet, looks like, and she's back ready to go, so only a brief pause in time indeed. It's Ebony Alexander over the top of the ball on the 23 for Northwest. Uses Calvert down the left. She's got a battle on to get past Crawford. It's another 23. This time it's Lewis. Ignores the run of Jacobson. Goes directly into the circle. Out comes Vaughan to clear the danger once again. Crowden sniffing around the spot. Once again in the circle. This is Lucy Alexander. Sophie Krumink putting the tackle on her. Battle on for possession between Jeeves and Jacobson, and Jeeves wins it. Attempted long clearance. Only makes a couple of metres for Diamondbacks, and they'll have another go at it from the left. Once again, long. No one able to get on the end of it. Winning this one is Calvert. Attacking down the left now on a reverse. She wanted to cut it back onto her forestick, and instead it's onto the foot of Bridley. It's a penalty corner. Important penalty corner win there. Great work from Grace Calvert to get that too. You can see she was lining up for that shot on a reverse, and we've seen her score a few of those already this year. But had the presence of mind just to drag it back onto Bridley's foot and win the penalty corner instead. There's an opportunity for Arthur or for Calvert. Potentially get that winning goal. Arthur. Vaughan with another comfortable save, and the rebound flies out. Back to Brothers. Now Lewis gets it to the right hand side for Cooper. Back into the 23 again. Wants to get that circle entry. Jeeves affects the tackle and clears on a reverse. That one came off a Northwest grad stick too, so DiamondBacks will have the ball on their half line up on the left hand side. Calvert again. Got down the right hand side and made the entry. Nothing coming from it though as the sun disappears at the Tasmanian Hockey Centre and the wind starts to pick up just for a moment. A bit of a strong breeze coming in as the light disappears. It's Arthur. Wants to get it back towards the top of the circle. Instead it falls for Donovan. She looks inboard. Not sure if that was the right choice, but Short does well to bring it under control. Fortunately, it was in the path of Louisa Jacobson, who you probably want to keep the ball away from as much as possible. Calvert with a bit of space, pops it into the bottom corner. Vaughan couldn't make the save, it was just out of her reach. And Northwest grads get that all-important second goal, find themselves ahead in this match. That could well be the winning goal too. The way this match has gone, I can't imagine there are too many more to come. It was just brilliant work from Grace Calvert. Wonderful receive, and she just created space for herself to get that shot away. It's one of the skills she has, and I hope that that's the type of stuff that she brings to the Tassie Tigers if she is to put her name forward, nominate as a player for Hockey One in October. She's a brilliant player, and I think she'd be brilliant at senior level for Tasmania as well. Right now though, it's Cara Gill attacking down the left as Diamondbacks chase this game. That's a wonderful tackle from Brothers. to stop her run. Ruby Brothers, of course, established herself now. One of the top defenders in the competition. She's an all-star. Really leading this Northwest Grads defence now, even though she's got Louis Jacobson back there with her. And Jacobson missed a little bit of time through injury. It was Brothers who stepped up, did a fantastic job, and now Fenner attacking down the right. Can't get past Crawford though. All of a sudden, Diamondbacks' eyes turn to the clock. Final quarter here, and they are chasing the game once again as Lewis attacks into the circle as well. Feeds that back to the spot. It did come off a Northwest Grad's foot. But if Diamondbacks are going to be any chance of winning this match, the time to strike is right now. Need to find another equaliser. Hunting for it down the left. Donovan stopped in her tracks by Lucy Cooper. Chloe Cooper. My apologies. Interesting to see Northwest Grads sending runners forward. Happy to commit to attack still despite holding a 2-1 lead, and means that they've retained possession. And again there's a battle on around the top of the Diamondback circle. Out comes Clark. Ball only as far as Chloe Cooper. She goes inboard. And now Lewis to Croden. Ridley intercepts at the top of the Diamondback circle. She's taken down by Scutt. The umpire does penalise Lucy Scutt. But really Ridley has been effectively taken out of this match in the final quarter. Hasn't been able to have a whole lot of influence in that midfield. Trying to assert herself now. Was looking for the run of Fernandez down the right. Now Alexander goes long. Lucy Alexander collects it. Left hand pocket. Clark gets the final touches over the baseline. It'll be a 23 restart. Northwest Grads quick to set up 2. Lewis over the top. They've won extra goals, which I like. I like the fact that Northwest aren't happy to hold on to the 1-0 lead. And are hunting again, and now Crowden is through. And now Calvert is through, and it's a second goal. That might just seal it, you would suspect. (3-1) now in favour of Northwest Grads. And that might be game over for Diamondbacks. And now time really is ticking away if they are to get back into this match. I think the goal scorer of that last match might have actually been Sarah Pascoe. The final touch to put that one away, but in any case, Northwest Grads have the ball in defence. Diamondbacks swarming, but they find a way through once again. Croden. Foot race on between Fernandez and Calvert. Fernandez wins it, but the race continues. Good little battle there between two speedsters. Fernandez fails to clear the danger though. It's going to come straight back at her. Ridley attempting to run it out of defence. Desperate pass down the sideline, but it's again straight back at this Diamondbacks defence. Under siege a little bit. Ridley once again heavily involved in the defensive work. Brothers just happy to put that over the sideline. Donovan attacking. Wants to put it into the path for short, but there he is once more. Ruby Brothers making the intercept. Turning defence into an attacking opportunity, and away Northwest Grads go. So Ebony Alexander attacking down the left. Wants to go long. That took a touch off Crawford, I believe, and it is a 23 for Northwest Grads. Lewis has been good through the midfield and is over the top of the ball once again. Now Alexander to the spot. In the circle once again, Northwest. Cleared out by Clark. Not enough time left in this match for Diamondbacks to get back into it though. Northwest Grads will take all 3 points and will take the win as Arthur wants to get into the circle. Croden again to the spot. Again Diamondbacks defence desperate but clears it out. It's a good win for Northwest Grads though. They'll be very happy with the way this final quarter has played out. They were challenged. They got the early goal and Diamondbacks found an equaliser. Has been a tough match too. Had to put in a lot of work in defence and attack, and the ball has been going back and forth quite regularly. Hasn't all been played in the one dimension. The final siren does sound. Northwest Graduates are the winners. 3-1 today. And that does put them nicely into the frame of the top two. That does conclude the Mercury live stream of the 2021 Premier League Hockey Round 8 action for today.